Hello everyone, my name is Debojyoti Das. Welcome to Bytes on Tech. Here in this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to build our own SMTP server and send unlimited emails. You can promote your blog, website, or products for free. We are going to use Amazon AWS for this SMTP. I have already purchased a domain. If you don't have a domain, you can purchase this from GoHostinger or any other Namecheap or any other platform. I'm going to use my Hungry Blogger domain. I purchased a domain from GoDaddy. Okay, so if you don't have an Amazon account, please sign up AWS account. Okay, I have already signed up. This is Amazon AWS Management Console. We are going to use the EC2 instance for this SMTP. Just click on the search bar and type EC2. Okay, and click on dashboard. Okay, so now we have to create an EC2 instance. So click on instance and launch instance. Okay, and now type CentOS on the search bar, press enter, click on results, select the first one, CentOS 7. After using 1 year for free, you have to pay these charges. So read all this, press continue. Okay. Select configure instance detail. You don't need to change anything. We are going to use the free tier only. So keep it as it is. Just click on add storage. 8 GB is enough for our SMTP. So just click on add tag. I'm not going to use any tag. You can use if you want. Just click on configure security group. This is important. Here you need to open few ports. We are going to install WHM SMTP for it uses 2087 port that needs to be open, and there are few other port like SMTP, SMTPS, even HTTP it's supposed to be open, needs to be open actually, and MS SQL. So please check this part. Okay. POP3 ports also need to be opened. You can click on custom and give open 2087. What I will do is I will open all the TCP ports. It's up to you. For the SSH port, keep it as custom. Okay, and for the other ports, I will keep it as anywhere. Let's just select all these ports. POP3, yes. Okay, one more port needs to be added, I think. Yeah, all TCP port. I'm opening all the TCP ports. Okay, you can add a custom port, or instead of opening all the TCP port, you can open 2087 port over here using custom TCP. So for the SSH, I will keep it as custom, and for the other ports, I will select anywhere from the drop down menu. just follow the step by step. You can build your SMTP in no time. Okay, click on add and click on review and launch. Okay, click on launch. You can check all the details, then click on launch. Now we have to download a new key pair. To create a new key pair, please select create new pair from the drop down menu. Okay, so give it a name. I'm using hungryblogger.in domain, so I'm going to give hungryblogger SMTP. So you can give a custom name if you want. So just download the key pair and click on launch instance. I have drafted this blog post. Basically I haven't published it yet. I will publish it soon. Okay, click on the ID. Okay, I think it's running. Let's check. Click on the instance ID. Okay, here you just remember the last 3-4 digits, and for the IP address, here as you can see, this after creation of instance, it has provided one IP address. If you stop and restart the instance, this IP will automatically change. So because of this dynamic IP address, you won't get email score of 10 out of 10. To solve this issue, we are going to create an elastic IP address, and we will associate that elastic IP to this particular CentOS instance. Let's go ahead and click on elastic IP. Click on allocate elastic IP. Just ignore those IPs. Okay, click on allocate. It will allocate a new IP for you. Click on allocate. Okay, this is the IP address. Okay, click on it. Okay, so now we need to check this IP if it's blocked or not. So if it is blacklisted, sorry, not blocked, but blacklisted or not, just search for MX toolbox. Okay, so click on blacklist and paste the IP address and click on blacklist check. Okay, there is some issue. Click again. Okay, as you can see, IP is not blacklisted. This is one thing that I like about Amazon. Is it provides a good IP addresses with good reputation. I haven't seen any blacklisted IP yet. I've built many instances. Anyway, let's go ahead. Okay, let's open. Okay, let's go to the instance. Okay, we need to associate first. Okay, click on associate, and here we need to select the instance. Okay, so now click on associate. Okay, now this IP address is associated to our CentOS instance. So if you stop the instance, the IP, and restart it, the IP address won't change now. Okay, just click on instance, click on the CentOS instance ID. Now you can see the IP address has changed. Okay, that's great. Copy the IP address. You can use the IP address or to log in or to connect to this particular instance. We need to use Putty. Before that, we need to convert the key pair file into ppk file. We downloaded a PEM file. We need to convert it into ppk. So select click on load and just select all files, then select the key pair. Click on open, press OK and save. Click on save. press yes. You can select the specific path, folder or directory. Okay, just give a particular name. I will keep the same name, Hungry Blogger SMTP. Basically this Putty converts the ppk file in pem file into ppk file. Okay, click on save, and we need this ppk file to log in. Anyway, now we are going to use Putty. Don't worry about this software. I will attach the link in my blog post. You can download the Putty from putty.org. Okay, so I will attach the link for both Putty and PuttyGen. Okay, so you can use the IP or you can click on connect. Here in the point number 4, public DNS is mentioned. You can use that, or you can use the IP as I mentioned. I'm going to use the public DNS. So click on connect. I will click on connecting it, and I will copy the point number 4. Okay. Open Putty. Okay, here under host name, host address, basically paste this one. Now go to data. Here the default username is CentOS, so type CentOS. Expand the SSH, you will get authentication AUTH. So click on auth and browse the key file, ppk file that we generated from Putty gen. Okay, select, click on open, press yes. Okay, now we have successfully logged in. We need to go to the root. Now for that I will use sudo -i. Okay, now we are in the root. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to change the host name and also add a record, okay, in our DNS settings. First let's install Perl. Okay, so copy the command and paste, install Perl. Installation is done. Okay, now after, okay, it's going. Okay, let's wait. Okay, now it's done. Now we are going to add the a record and set the host name. Okay, so for adding the for checking the host name, you can add the command host name and press enter. It will show you the host name. Let's just go to GoDaddy, click on manage DNS. We need to click on that to access the DNS settings. So here is the manage DNS option. Click on manage DNS. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to create a subdomain and point that subdomain to the AWS ID. Sorry, AWS IP address. So let me delete this one. I'm going to use server only as my subdomain. Create a record. In the host name, you are going to mention the name of your subdomain. Basically, I'm going to use server. So let me type server. So you can create a custom name for your subdomain. So my main domain is Hungry Blogger. So my subdomain, if I'm giving server, then it's server.hungryblogger.in. This will be my host name. I need to point, I need to paste the IP address to point. So copy the IP address and paste on the point to field and click on save. Okay, for now we are done with the DNS settings. So let's go to Putty. we need to set the hostname now. So you can check the hostname as I mentioned using the hostname command. Sorry, you need to type it using small caps. No issue, I will set the hostname directly. For that you need to use the command sudo hostname and you have to type the hostname. Okay, sudo hostname space. I have created a subdomain that is server. So my main domain is hungryblogger.in. So it will be server.hungryblogger.in. So basically the name of the subdomain dot your main domain. Press enter. It's done. So let's check the host name. Copy the host. I will copy it and paste it. Press enter. As you can see, the host name is changed. Now it's showing server.hungryblogger.in. Great. Now to install the cPanel, what we are going to do is we will change the directory by using a cd command. So let's go ahead and change the directory. I'll copy this one. cd/home. Don't worry about the codes. I will paste all these codes. You can check it out from my blog. Now we will install the cPanel. Just paste it. Press enter. Okay, it's done. So now just we'll use sh latest, so it will update and install the cPanel, the paging on cPanel. Okay, it will take some time to install, so be patient and just wait. In the meantime, what you can do is you can update the reverse DNS. So the reverse DNS is basically the host name that we get, that is server.hungryblogger.in, based on your domain and subdomain name. So I will do that now. To change the reverse DNS, for that we need to go to the Elastic IP and just click on the IP address. Okay, as you can see, there is no reverse DNS record. We will create a reverse DNS action, update reverse DNS. Okay, here as I mentioned, this is basically the host name you have given. You have said basically that is the reverse DNS. So here in my case it will be server.hungryblogger.in. So basically your subdomain name dot your main domain. After that you need to type update and click on update. Okay, click on update. Okay, so just wait, it will take 15 to 20 minutes to update. Okay, let's check. Okay, the installation is going on. Okay, in the meantime, let's discuss something. I'm using AWS because it's free and they provide reputed IP address. Okay, there are other providers. You can go with DigitalOcean. I won't recommend that because their IPs are blacklisted. Okay, So there are other providers like linode.com. I've read few posts. They have credit card frauds and all this thing. Contabo is there, hosting. These are all various services that you can use to host this SMTP server. If you want to go with a dedicated server, then you can go with King Sufi, and one provider is there for dedicated servers. Okay. Anyway, for dedicated server, this port 25 is open. There is no restrictions. You have the full control. Okay, but for other providers like Contabo or hosting AWS, by default the port 25 is blocked. So you need to request them to open this port 25. Okay, to send emails. In my account, I have requested the AWS team, and they opened the port 25 within 24 to 48 hours. Okay. And one more thing, there are many SMTP servers like Postal SMTP, and there are others also. I will recommend to use this one because without IP warm-up, your mail will land on the inbox. Okay, if you configure this cPanel SMTP server properly. Okay, I have tested few SMTP servers. Okay, and what I found out is this one is one of the best SMTP you can use for to promote your blog, website, or anything. Okay, so let's just wait for the installation to complete. I know many of you know how to use AWS and create EC2 instance. I'm not pausing the video because there are people who might not know how to use AWS, and they can use this tutorial step by step to build their own SMTP server. Okay, so if you want, you can skip the installation part. You can check the other things. After the installation is done, it will give us two links. We will use those links. One is the one-time login link, and you also need one email ID. If you don't have any email ID, you can create a Gmail ID and use it for sign up. One more thing, you can connect this SMTP server with email marketing applications like Myotic and Mailwiz. Myotic is a open source free email marketing application. In my next blog post or video, I will discuss how to install Myotic and connect this SMTP server with Myotic. If you want, me to show how it can be done with Mailwiz also, I can show it. Just leave a comment in the comment section. I will upload a video, and please do subscribe to get update of the latest post. I think the installation is done. Okay, this, as you can see, it has provided a one-time URL for login. We will use this URL. Just copy and go to, I will use the incognito mode. You can use the normal mode only. Okay, so let's just wait. Accept to all. Okay, if you don't, we need to create a cPanel account for this. Just click on login. Okay, so you have to click on create account. Just give one email ID. I will use my Bytes on Tech email ID for this. Okay, click on create account. No response. Okay, click wait, click again. It's weird. It says the invalid email ID provided. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's refresh the page. Okay, so we need to check our email. I think we have sent a link, so let's go ahead and open our Gmail account. Okay, basically you need to click on that link and verify and create a new password. So let me sign in first. Next. Okay, we'll open. Okay, just click on the link. Here you need to provide a strong password. Make sure you remember this password. Okay, okay, click on change. Basically we didn't have any cPanel account, and we have used this one-time login link to create this account. Let me just log in first to the cPanel, then we will request for another one-time login link for WHM. Okay, and just use the email ID and the password. Okay, the email ID is wrong. Okay, let me. Okay, click on login. Okay, just accept the terms. Click on continue. Great, we have successfully signed in. As I mentioned, we have used the one-time URL to, you know, to create the cPanel account. Now we have to request again. To request, just type WHM login. It will generate another link. Okay, we'll just copy the link and paste it here and open this link. Click on login, allow access. Okay, activate trial. So setup server. Okay, you have to provide an email ID. I will use my Python Tech email ID for this also. Click on next. Okay, so as you can see, it is asking to reboot. I'm not going to reboot. First we need to change the root password. This is very important. If you don't change the password, you can't log in again. So click on change, you can click on change password, or you can search for it from the search bar. Like you can write here change password, it will give you the option. So here you have to provide a strong password. Just provide a strong password that you can remember. Okay, sorry for the delay. Let me just make sure you give a password that you can remember. Okay, this one is very important. By default the username is root, by the way, so you just need to change the password. Here now we will reboot using this button. Click on proceed. It will reboot this WHM. Okay, so we need to go to Putty again. Actually we don't need connection is lost. Actually we don't need the Putty, but we just need the second link that it provided. Okay, so we are going to use this link, and you can see that it uses 2087 port. We'll copy this link to, from next time if you want to access the WHM, we'll use this one to access. Okay, WHM. So let's just paste the URL, click enter. Don't worry, click on advanced. At proceed. Okay, actually I'm not going to give any, let's just log in first, then I will explain. Click on type root and just give the password to log in. In this tutorial I'm not going to show you how to set up the SSL. Okay, you can provision the SSL from WHM. I think for the next part I will show it to you. Right now just click on create account. We'll create the account. Okay, just give the domain information. Okay, you just don't need to write the host name like server.hungryblogger.in. You just need to enter the main domain. Okay. Some people, I have seen some people do that. They write the host name. So here you just need to fill up all the details and mention the main domain. Okay, just provide one email ID in the email field. Okay, what I think I will keep the username as admin. So let me change the username from hungry blogger to admin. Okay, so great. Scroll down. Here in the DNS settings, make sure you tick this one, use the name server specified at the domain register. Now see, the name servers are changed. Okay, so you have to click on create. It will create this account. Okay, after account creation you need to go to cPanel. Okay, it's done. So you can click on go cPanel from right hand side, or you can click on WHM to reload. From list account you can go there. So right now I will click on WHM. To show you how you can access the cPanel. For this particular account, click on list accounts. Okay, as you can see it is created, so you can click on cPanel logo, so it will take you to the cPanel. Okay, click on email accounts. As you can see, the email this account is already created, storage unlimited. Okay, so if you click on connect devices, from here it will it will give you all the credentials. You can use this credential to connect with email marketing applications, or if you want to connect with Windows Mail, or even Microsoft Outlook, you can do that. We will test this credentials afterwards. We need to do something first, so let's go to cPanel again. Okay, so we need to set all the authentication records. So click on email deliverability. So as you can see, problem exists. So click on manage. It says the DKIM, there is a problem with DKIM. SPF is valid for you. It may show the SPF is not valid. You may have to create the SPF record also. Okay, don't copy the name, full name. Just copy up to domain key. Ignore the main domain part. Okay, copy it. Go to DNS settings. For me, I'm using the GoDaddy DNS management. Okay, I will go to my DNS settings. It's same for other providers also. For example, if you use Hostinger, it's more or less same. Okay, so there is one DKIM record already exists. I will delete. Let's just skip it and create a new one. I don't think it will be a problem. So click SPF record is there, so let's delete this record. Okay, click on add, create a text record, select txt record. In the host name, just paste the name up to domain key. Okay, so go to email deliverability and copy the value of DKIM and paste in the text value field. Save. So we are going to do the same with SPF also. It says valid, but I have deleted the record to show you how you can do this. For SPF, we only need to copy. I will copy. You need to create the text record only for SPF also. Okay. I'm just checking if there is another record. Okay, because I have tested few servers, SMTP servers for email marketing. Just to create the record, click on add, select the txt option. Okay, text value filter, paste it. Sorry, I copied the name. You just need to copy the value field. Okay, for SPF, just remember that you only need to copy the value field. Just ignore the name. Okay, in the host field, just give a @ sign. Okay, paste the value on the text value field and save. Okay, now just refresh this page, email deliverability. Okay, let's check what's okay. Here, as you can see, all the records are valid now. Even you can check the reverse DNS. It is pointing to server.hungryblogger.in. If you remember, we have used the EC2 dashboard to set the reverse DNS. So let's just refresh it and check. Okay, as you can see from here also the reverse DNS is set, and that's why it is showing here server.hungryblogger.in. Okay, great, we are almost done. There are two more things you need to add. One is the DMARC record, and another you need to verify it with Google Postmaster. To verify with Google Postmaster. Let me check. Okay, just type Google Postmaster. Press enter. Tools. Okay, click on Postmaster tools. Click on let's started, and here if you don't have Gmail ID, create one, and you need to log in. Then after the login, you need to click on the add button to add your website. Okay, here just give your domain name and press next. It will create a text record. You need to copy that text record, the value only. So after that, let's go to DNS settings. You need to paste it here. You need to create a text record and paste it. Okay, so it's like the SPF only. You just need to give a @ sign on the host field, as you can see, and the text value field you need to paste that record generated by the Google Postmaster. Okay, after that you need to go to Postmaster again and click on verify. Okay, so this is the DMARC record. I will attach the syntax for DMARC record in my blog. You can check the blog from the video description. You will get the syntax for the DMARC record. You just copy the DMARC record and paste it. Okay, create a text record and paste it here. Okay, you just need to change the email ID. Don't worry about it. I will paste the syntax in my blog. Okay, as you can see in the Postmaster tool, there are 3 steps. So the last step is to verify. Okay, so as I mentioned, after adding the record, you need to verify. Anyway, let's continue with our SMTP. So there are a few things you need to know, like let's go to email account first. Okay, here is a create button. You can add more email IDs. You can create more email IDs and use them as a SMTP server. Okay, you can connect those email IDs to set up a bound server or anything you want. For example, if you have a support team, so you can create a email ID for support @ in my case I'm using hungryblogger.in, so it will be like support @ hungryblogger.in. So it can be info @ of domain name, anything you want. Just provide a password that you can remember. It is necessary because this password will be the authentication for login. Okay, so just you need to remember this password. You can change it easily. Now we need to test this server. So basically we're going to go to mailtester.com. just copy the email from mailtester and we'll open this admin. So check email, click on check email and open round cube. So click on open. We are going to compose one email and we'll send a mail to that particular ID we copied from mail tester, paste it, and I will give a subject. Let it be test mail. This is a test mail, so I will copy this one only, body, and paste it and hit send. Okay, the email is sent. So let's check our email score. For that you need to go to mail tester and click on check your score. As you can see, the score is 10 out of 10. Okay, so perfect score. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Subscribe the channel if you like the content to get updates for the latest post. Thank you.